In the bustling city of Newford, under the gleaming lights of St. Judith's Hospital, the night was particularly quiet. The relentless hum of machines and soft whispers of nocturnal staff filled the corridors. It was in this serene solitude that Dr. Ella Maris prepared for a night that would prove unforgettable. Ella had always been drawn to medicine, inspired by her father, a renowned cardiologist. Tonight, she was the attending in the cardiac intensive care unit, responsible for patients whose lives often hung by a thread. Among them was an 8-year-old boy named Sam, who suffered from a rare congenital heart defect. His condition had worsened recently, and despite all medical interventions, his heart continued to fail. The clock ticked slowly as Ella reviewed Sam's latest ECG, her brow furrowed in concentration. The rhythmic beeps of heart monitors were like a metronome of life in the unit. As she pondered over Sam's charts, a soft knock on the door broke her concentration. It was Nurse Hannah, carrying a steaming cup of coffee and a concerned look. "His mother just arrived, Ella. She seems really upset tonight," Hannah whispered, nodding towards Sam's room. Ella took a deep breath and nodded, her hands steadying herself for the emotional strain. She walked into Sam's room where his mother, Olivia, sat by his bedside, her eyes red and swollen from crying. Olivia's gaze met Ella's, filled with a mixture of hope and dread. "How is he, Dr. Maris?" Olivia asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Ella sat beside her, taking her hands in hers. "His condition is stable for now, Olivia. We're doing everything we can. I promise to keep you updated on any changes immediately." As hours rolled into the early morning, Ella's mind raced with potential solutions. It was then that an idea struck her. A new experimental drug that had shown promise in recent clinical trials for conditions similar to Sam's. But the treatment was experimental, and its effects were not fully known. Consulting with her team and discussing the potential risks and benefits with Olivia took time, but hope was in the air, as consent was obtained to proceed with the treatment. Administration was scheduled for early morning. Ella watched over Sam as the drug was administered, her heart pounding with both hope and fear. The hours following were tense, filled with anxious monitoring and adjustments. Finally, as the first light of dawn streamed through the window, there was a subtle but distinct improvement in Sam's heart rhythm. It was stronger, more regular. A smile broke across Ella's tired face, mirroring the relief on Olivia's, who had not left her son's side. Days turned into weeks, and Sam's recovery continued. His resilience and the new treatment had granted him a second chance at life. Ella felt a profound sense of accomplishment and humility. Medicine, she realized once again, was as much about persistence and hope as it was about knowledge and precision. On the day of Sam's discharge, the hospital staff gathered to say their goodbyes. Sam, now vibrant and full of life, handed Ella a handmade card that read, "To my heart hero." Emotions swelled within Ella as she hugged Sam, knowing the difficult journey they had traversed together. As Ella walked back to her office, her heart was full. The challenges of the night had brought fear and uncertainty, but now there was hope, a vibrant, beating hope. In the quiet of her office, with the morning sun casting long shadows, Dr. Ella Maris understood that every heartbeat, no matter how faint, was a beat towards victory in the face of adversity.